All right, Jim, one final question, and then we'll play a song or two. This is another one that's a popular topic that several people have sent in, so I will ask you. Sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com. This one is from Greg. Dave Meltzer recently tweeted the following. Riddle me this. How many Booker of the Year winners in the last 28 years didn't grow up reading my writing and learning from it?
Oh, God.
Answer is 2.
Oh, good God.
Answer is 2, and one couldn't have because he's much older than I am. Looking at the best Booker winners of the last 28 years, my assumption would be that the 2 he is referring to are Vince McMahon and Triple H. Since Jim Cornette won Best Booker numerous times in that period, that would mean Dave is inferring that Jim learned from reading Dave.
Wait.
Then someone asked Dave, are you seriously trying to insinuate that you have had an influence on the Bookers of the Year's booking ability? You are delusional. Dave responded, you honestly think people spending an hour plus a week reading something didn't pick up any of the lessons? Dave went on to say,
he's a college professor now, is what you're saying.
It would be impossible not to, given in my life of the 3 people I've spent the most time talking booking with, 2 of the 3 are multi-time winners. The 3rd is Mike Tenay, who was never a singular booker, but was on committees at different times. Once again, Greg says, my assumption is Jim is one of the people he is referencing in this, since Dave used to have a good relationship with Jim. Can Jim clarify if he learned booking lessons from reading Dave's writing, and if Dave was in part responsible for Jim's booking ability?
Oh, good God. But take me out of it for a second. Why would you come out and say something like that to begin with? That all but 2 of the Booker of the Year winners of the last 30 years learned booking by reading my writing. Why would you? Didn't we talk about it? Was it on The Experience just this last week where a lot of people have to come up and make themselves more important than they really are, either verbally or try to give that impression or whatever, just to fill some need? They're so-and-so's cousin. They're related to so-and-so. They used to work with so-and-so. My neighbor was the original Masked Superstar. And now Dave's doing it? And it's not even an insult. I've learned a lot from Dave's writing when it comes to the obituary pieces that he has done, which he puts a lot of research in. And I learn about the careers of some of these guys, especially that were lost to the mists of time, and you get a new look at them. The historical pieces are wonderful. But I'd never heard of Dave Meltzer or read anything he wrote until I'd been in the business for fucking 3 years. 1985. Jimmy Garvin comes into goddamn Crockett's office for promos on a Wednesday, and he said, hey, have you seen the scandal sheet? I said, what? He showed me an Observer. He had gotten a hold of it had just started like a year before, if that. One of the early issues of the Observer. And I said, Jesus Christ. It was the first time that I had seen somebody writing down finishes and bookers and etc. in a published publication, only letters amongst, close fans and people in the business. And I quickly started reading it and saw that it was a way to keep up with who was where in what territory and what was going on. But I pretty much was already in the business for several years at that point, not to mention my 6 years previous to getting in the business at 82 as a photographer and etc. So my thoughts on things were kind of shaped before I read Dave's magic words. But who else does that take in the last, what do you say, 28? You know why I said 28 years? Go back and look and see who won it in 1993, too.
You won it in 1993. I have the list right here.
Yeah. So he was trying to get out of me by saying, instead of saying in the last 30 years, the last 28 years. But didn't I win it in 2000-something, too?
Here are the winners in order from 86 on.
All right.
86 Dusty Rhodes, 87 Vince McMahon, 88 Eddie Gilbert, 89, 90, and 91 Giant Baba, 92 Ricky Choshu, 93 Jim Cornette, 94, 95, 96, 97 Paul Heyman, 98, 99, and 2000 Vince McMahon, 2001 Jim Cornette, 2002 Paul Heyman, 2003 Jim Cornette, 2004, 2005, 6, and 7 Gabe Sapolsky, 2008, 9, and 10 Joe Silva of the UFC, 2011, 12, 13, and 14 Ghetto and Jado, 2015 Triple H and Ryan Ward.
Wait a minute, I wonder how Ghetto and Jado's grip on English was when they were growing up reading. Nevertheless,
I don't know how well they read English. I'm not going to comment, but
I'm sure as adults they do. But he said these guys grew up and shaped their wrestling booking by reading me. So, all right, go ahead.
2016, 17, 18, and 19 Ghetto, and 2020 hasn't been announced yet. But based on the reaction from the people who vote on things, I'm going to guess they're going to give it to Tony Khan. So that'll
well, now that I've heard that list, I'm kind of not as fucking flattered to be on it as I used to be. When I was up with Dusty Rhodes, Vince McMahon, Jim Cornette, fucking Giant Baba, I'm like, okay. But then it's gone to fucking, bless him, Gabe Sapolsky and Ghetto and Ryan fucking... Who? Ryan who?
Ryan Ward and Triple H, 2015 for NXT. I assume NXT.
I'm sure one of those people was the paper carrier and the other one was telling him what to do. I don't know what to say about that. No, I didn't learn any booking. I've learned plenty of history from the historical pieces on different personalities that Dave and his staff have researched, and that's wonderful. And that's the best part of his writing, but I didn't figure out booking from Dave Meltzer. And I won it more recently than 28 years ago. But boy, with Heyman, with those runs of the table on several year stretches, goddamn, now I know how he felt when I won the Manager of the Year 13 years in a row and shut him out. God damn, that's cold.
Well, Sherry won it one of those years.
That's the year I took off.
91,
and set up Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I had to give it to somebody else. I said, fuck it. I'm not working this year. Somebody else can win it.
All right. Well, on that note, another drive-through in the books. Jim, let's get a song or two.
Or in the booking, as they say.
Or in the booking. Well, I mean, just to go back to this for 1 second, because there has been a level of condescending comments in Dave's tweets at times. But do you think in any way maybe it's gone to his head a little bit? The fact that like a Tony Khan is up and running with a big budget, openly talking about how influential the Observer was to him. I mean, the fact that he's just coming out and saying this now, that, these guys all learned from reading me.
I guess maybe he just, at this point he wants the people in the business, rather than the people just reading him, but the people in the business to say he's been a great mind all along. I never said he was an idiot until he started saying stupid shit. And he's still got a lot of good points, but I don't recognize this Dave. At least I stay consistent. I'm always an asshole. He was nice and normal, and then suddenly fucking flipped out and became an anal wrestling Rain Man. And it's just, he's not fun anymore.
Well, let's get to a song or two. That
would be a good song title, Anal Wrestling Rain Man.
Yeah, I don't know about that.